It was unlisted, so nobody knew I was back on. Back on. I'm here to say happy Monday, to tell you tomorrow's July 1st. You don't gotta wait 60 more days. The good fans and the good people that do love me have convinced me to come back. It's time to get to streaming. Now, a lot of people say, since I ran the monster off, my fault. And last I remember it on April 23rd, 24th, or 25th, when I said, Lou, I'm taking a vacation, I'm done. We're going to be out to September 1st. He said, okay, buddy, whatever you want. When we come back, we come back. And then he tricked me onto a stream after I was gone about 28 days. And then he said, come on, let's get back to work. I'm not ready. In the meantime, he started streaming a lot of streams. Him and Cupcake do, I believe, 3 shows. I was on with them yesterday. They were very good together on the show they do. He does 2 shows a week with Jib, not bad. And he does 2 shows with his old crew. So that's how many is that? So Lou's working pretty much a show a day. And all I know is we took a break. He was my streaming partner, and I guess he's done. But everybody says I ran them off. But Lou says, nah. He didn't really seem like he misses Catalano TV. But what I thought is the reason why he's so popular today is because of Catalano TV. But you know what happens? I've got it. We all got it. Your head swells up really big when you start getting popular. I remember the first couple months of Lou Strum with me. Everybody was like, who's Lou? Now Lou is everybody wants to do Lou. Lou's a great streamer. He's a great partner. I wish him the best. That's all I can say. You win some, you lose some. But I sure didn't chase him away. I didn't dump him. I made a mistake. I apologize. I thought it was forgiven. Now I go, I'm running around, start streaming, and I see him still talking about. He's so upset about what I did with the Tardax guy, that guy. We'll never talk about him again. So, but I was wrong and I apologize. But I thought it was done and forgotten, and he's still talking about it. So obviously he's not over it. So I don't know. But everybody got the feeling that I really was leaning toward the stream by myself anyhow because I made a statement. So it all washed out good. Lou got his recognition that he deserved. He's with some great shows. Him and Cupcake are awesome together with the movie shows. 2K plays a big part in that. You got Kahuna. And you know me. I'm a guy that I go hours by myself. But not saying that the future, someday Lou and I might not be streaming. We may stream again. We're still good friends outside. Remember, like Lou said, this is just the internet. What happens outside the internet, we're good friends. Well, it's just the internet, buddy. Yeah, and so Joey T. Let me hear what the little bitch boy from. Let's hear what the little bitch boy from Portland has to cry about today. Let's see what he's got to say. Alrighty, so let's hear the daily report. This is for your daily report from Bitch Boy Mason Portland, aka Shane Gillis. So Joey, OJ caught who appeared to be your brother-in-law holding a firearm in a security video. Yeah, and what is someone else holding a firearm got to do with me? Can you explain that one? What does that have any motherfucking bearing to me? If you're in a restaurant with family or friends, and 16 of you walk in a room, go to a restaurant, 10 of them are holding firearms. What does that got to do with you? What the people do that, what does it got to do with me? I don't know. You seem to be a lawyer too, so please educate me. Because you got me really curious. What does somebody else holding a firearm have to do with me? Come on, Mr. Lawyer. What do you got to say for that one? How much to wear boats? Mr. David, listen. I don't set a price. That would be cruel. All I can say is, whatever you want to give me, and I hope it will be respectful. But if it's not, what am I going to do? You put what you want to send, and I'll grant your wish. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to sit and put a price on a good man like you, who's a friend of Bob Levy, he's a Bob of many people, who's a great chatter, who's a great asset to the Dabbleverse. What kind of man would I be to put a price on that? Okay? I figured the way you think of me, you're probably going to think I'm worth about $2. So I guess I'll have to live with that. But that's up to you, my friend, because you're a friend and welcome here. Whatever you feel, I can wear both glasses. Car Mask. Now, you're somebody new or you're somebody old that changed your name. Because since I left streaming, this name was not in my chat room, but I have seen you in chat rooms the last couple of days. Car Mask. Joey, you have a lot to attend to. I do community videos, and can you also explain to me why you feel I need to do community videos? I'm curious. 4K, thanks for stopping by last night. 4K, I'm a big fan of yours. I don't like you stealing out of people's wallets. You know, I know a thing or two about breaking a law, and it seems like you're young and you're young, dumb, and full of cum. And I'm going to tell you, it's not worth it. So if you need a good talking about what could happen to you when you go to jail and get arrested, I'm straight on your path. Otherwise, I think you're a wonderful person. But you got to get away from the life of crime, 4K. It's not worth it, buddy. It's not. Especially a puppet of your statue. You know, they would really tear your fur up on a daily basis. All right, just informing you. Informing me, okay. Again, why do I need to be informed? What does somebody that is in a video when I'm on their video cameras, it's not mine, it wasn't my phone, I wasn't streaming, it was surveillance cameras on a property that belonged to the person that obviously was holding the firearm, had to do with me. What's the information? What are you informing me of? What are you saying? Are you saying OJ is a bitch? And OJ is a cop caller? OJ is a reporter that's going to try to call and stir up lies? I don't know. I don't understand what bearing I have to security cameras that are attached to the property that were owned by the guy that was carrying the firearm have anything to do with me. It wasn't on Catalano TV. Okay? The original footage came off outside cameras, so I don't get it. I just don't know. I don't know. Because the information, if you're asking me to go back and talk to numbnuts, that's on him. So if numbnuts, if OJ's got a problem with numbnuts and there's going to be a problem for him to get in trouble, I don't give a shit, to be honest. Because one thing I can tell you, Joey C didn't have no weapon in his hand except for my pitchfork. And that was warranted and legal. Stop being a chatter. Why do you fucking feel that you have to always say this? Why? Again, I'm going to explain to you this in fucking like you're a 4-year-old. I started working at a very young age. I was probably 12 years old. Okay? Started paying in Social Security when I got my first work permit at 14 in the city of Chicago. I worked 2 fields, baseball and transportation industry. Steady over 30 years. Unfortunately, my health took a turn when I was 49 and almost 50 years old that prevented me from focusing on my baseball job, because it's a highly skilled job running a locker room